Hello and welcome. Right, we have yeah, I've got the tractor following. I did try to do it without it, but it was too difficult. It really was much too difficult. That's the edge of the map. Now I've already got the wheel loader through the gates, so we're just trying to find the. Well, I think there's another way, but or no, it might lead back to the same way. So we have done almost all of the. We're going to go to the industrial area, have a bit of an adventure. We're going to go across the desert. That's what I'm thinking, and yeah, we will then get on with the normal farming. But I just thought this was so unique that it was too good an opportunity to miss when we've been given such an obvious leg up. Right, so it is. Oh. There's a lot of fantastic sounds on. Oh, that's right. You can't get down there. It's very. Yeah, I can't get used to this. Yeah, we have to go around to go down first. So yeah, we need to go the way that we are normally go. Traffic's a bit of a nuisance. Yeah, Marty left a comment to say that he. It's traffic off, which I'm not really surprised, but I've always thought it adds an element, really, the traffic, but sometimes rather annoying one, most definitely, but just makes it a little bit more real. But for content, anyway, it is still annoying. Yeah, so I thought we'd have a bit of an adventure. Have we lost Betty? Because it's really weird. The traffic does causes mayhem to the followers as well. Yeah, I thought this is the last bit of us getting this leg up. There's a bit down at the industrial complex. There are a few bits and bobs. We might grab another few. I am so annoyed about the damage I did to that field. Yeah, the wheel loader was right. It just sprang all over the place as they do. My fault. Totally my fault. We're going to be buying these 2 patches of land first, definitely. We also need to fertilise. I've missed the liming, and I thought you always are going on about realism and all the rest of it. Stick to your guns. If you should have limed beforehand, then leave it that you should have limed beforehand, and it's tough. Yeah, so this is the way that we escape out into the desert, just to the right here. There's menacing traffic. Yeah, so there's a few bits. There's a couple down by the biogas plant. We might do that when we go down that way. Would like to see if you can buy the biogas plant or whether it's the normal price. Because there's a couple of good grass fields down there. And again, but we need to buy equipment if we're going to do that. Even if we're doing it on the shoestring or whatever, we need to. If we're buying the. Oh, seriously, Betty. Right, let's pull over and let's go and get Betty. As was. See, the traffic is an absolute menace. Oh, my life. Yeah, seriously? Right, well, we've got no option but to turn traffic off at the minute. Definitely, because we can't escape with being on top of that. You know, seriously. We will switch it straight on, but yeah, we can't. No, it's that way. It is that way. Right, we'll stick this and follow. It's a Pharaoh trek, so it is actually. So well, no, people will be interested in seeing how far. I'm sure I can waffle for 2 minutes, but there's enough for it to warrant us taking both trailers. I think this is probably the biggest set that's left on the map to take. Really, but then. Let's go, and then it's a do I time lapse the little journey? No. I will overtake this, and on the back one needs to stick that on. That's what I'm thinking, and then we're going to go on a little bit of an adventure. Right, smashing. Get that on. Put the ramps up and then go on this adventure, grab this last little bit apart from the little oddments that are left. We've done well because we have, if you look at the time-saving stock check, we are down quite a lot of cash. There's only 150 tons. That was double that yesterday, so we have done well. That was 3 times that amount, so we have done very well. We have got most of what we're supposed to get. Yeah, the recyclables again, I am gonna leave that because although it is fantastic, it is it's not a massive money spinner, and it's going to take us a long while to get that. So, do you know, we're going to go on to normal means of earning once we've done this. But this was fantastic. I mean, not that that's rubbish, and I have done that for the gem game. It's just it's all over the map. I'd need massive trailers to actually do it proud and to actually make it worth doing. And that's not saying it's not worth doing, but right, I think there's a couple in that complex at the top. That's the oil refinery. But we should see what we should see, and also see if there is a sell point over this way. Because if there is, I'm going to try to highlight it. One thing I want to do before we leave is to grab a bucket, and I do want to make sure that we try what this stuff is. I did mean to do it now, but I got excited about let's get this last little bit done. Yeah, because I would like to obviously get onto farming, although the purpose of coming on this map is I've already got enough Let's Plays on. I'm not saying I won't come on to this, but it does intrigue me. I just thought it was too good to not actually sort of show how fantastic productions and that are, how very different the map is. I'm just trying to literally at least see all of the things. We know there's a pile of lime, we know there's a pile of stones, we know there's a whatever this stuff is. It may be a total misnomer, it might be nothing, you might just, yeah, or it might be straw, or it might be wheat, or I doubt it's wheat, but you know what I mean, it could be anything. So, yeah, these are all the oil fields. It's rather a unique concept, the way that it's done. I just hope is worth our effort in investing like 2 million and another 6 million. I mean, that is almost like the thing of dreams of when your Let's Plays are getting really extended and you can afford to, I mean, because we're going to have to invest very wisely in our partners to actually make that kind of cash. And obviously this is not grass as I originally thought, it is actually sand, so we're at a desert. But we've only found that one collectible. It did say they were very hard to find and you needed to dig, so I'm not sure on that first one because that wasn't this kind of stuff. I did think we could have got on the train, but I thought, I'm not sure. Let's just, I know it's by road. I did try it, well, you can do it both. But I thought, let's just go by road, stick to what we know at the minute. Grab this bit of metal that is ours. Ooh. Yeah, the wheel loader. Oh, here we go. Here's one of the sets. And there's another pile somewhere else, if I remember rightly. So we stick that. Do we I think we will. I think we're going to a bit of a time lapse. Oh, have we lost? No, just a little bit slower. Right, so I am going to say my words. Yeah. And we'll see you guys and gals on the other side. bags. Yeah, 115 tons still. 5 tons a pop, that's still quite a few. It's still 240,000's worth of things, so it still is quite a bit scattered around. More than I'm thinking, so I don't know whether I missed something somewhere, a big cache, or whether there's a warehouse with something in, or because I know there's some down the biogas plant, but I didn't think there was that much. One thing I'd like to do now is, forgetting all of the things, I want to grab a bucket and I want to go and see let's go and grab our telehandler, which is closest to the shop. Let's go and have a bit of a wander. This is the perfect place really to go. In fact, no, because it is the session. I'm not going to lie, we're a stone throw away from the shop. This weight's a little bit heavy for it, I've always said that, but I needed it really for if we were doing the metal with that, because there's no way it could have done it without this sort of weight on the back. It does make this lurching sort of thing, it really makes it very ungainly. So this is our farm, so let's hopefully not destroy any more land. Let's stick this actually on here. I'm gonna buy I think what I'm going to do is, for once, I'm going to allow an exception for the fact that I really wanted to get straight stuck in to show everybody, which then meant that we've missed the first month where you could have actually done the liming. I'm going to buy a little limer, the 18 metre, which is always my in a pinch one, but it's just so as we've got the ability to do that with narrows on, so I'm going to buy that. It's very, very reasonable. We are for once just going to allow an exception for the fact that I was really trying to show and it is one of those never to be repeated sort of things, really. I'm not mean a never ever, but what I mean is, I don't like doing this. That's somewhere around here. Oh, not bad. Now then, have a look in the sales. Yeah, we've got another one of those. We've already got a really good one, and it is a good one. I do like that one. Still wondering about that, but then, well, actually, would it help us in what we're trying to do? That is a good question. With like a normal trailer. It might actually, it is true, thinking about what I am actually trying to achieve, is that going to do the same thing? This is only to be used by you, the player. It can't be used by a worker. And even with Courseway, I did try it again, literally not long ago. Right, so if we're going to do that instead, in that case, we don't need that. We now need the... we could do that. Because that's 2 birds, 1 stone. We've actually got the thing on the back with it. So if we stick that, not sure this has got the horsepower for that. I am going to expand the Bredel, but at the minute, as I said, it's more. I mean, that's a point. We could try it with the pile of lime, but that's in our yard. I'm really interested in what this straw or as I said, it could be a total misnomer. It might be nothing at all. So. It might be just a total red herring. Do want to bring our truck in. I want to give it a proper trailer, one that it can manage, because it's always a bit of a... Now we need to repair this as well. So let's drop the trailer for a minute. Yeah, I'm well chuffed with where we've got and how much money we've got when you consider... Just want to see if it's got the horsepower. Well, it switches on. Oh, yeah, that was a little. Right, let's refold it up again. I do love all the sounds that Zero Oito has actually done on the map. It's quite amazing. It really is. Some very nice touches. Right, fantastic. Yeah, there's a lot of catches with ceilings and that. Love the pictures on the wall. I think that's amazing too. Very, very nice attention to detail. Right, okay, now then, moment of truth. Let's go and have a look what this stuff is, if it's anything. Just wanted to have a quick look at this. So now we've almost got the, well, it's under belt systems, this, but it is really technically a floor pickup, isn't it? A forage pickup. But right, so now down here there is a big pile of this stuff, whatever it is. So we know there's some stone and some lime, so it's not going to be a waste anyway. We can still go and grab that as well. So it's not, yeah, I'm just really intrigued as to what this is, if it's anything. But I did say you might have to bucket it up, or it might be nothing. It is true. So we're going to try a bucket. We're going to need a bucket anyway over the course of the Let's Play, so it's not really... Yeah, it seems just one of those things. Well, we say that. I love the writing on the wall. I think that's very, very fantastic. Very nice. Some time and love and attention has gone into this, and I do like that when modders do that. It is quite phenomenal. It really is. Right, let's grab a bucket. I am beginning to think this is just a total red herring, though. But I've seen, like, yeah, not something that is a thing. But we're going to need a bucket anyway, so it's not going to be a waste. And also, it's not going to be a waste with a forage pickup. It is going to be handy. Ooh. Is it going to feature a lot in this? I don't know. It is. I've got to be honest. We can do XL extension, and I've never needed it. It's a good one. It's not brilliant at self-unload, but for that kind of price, I don't think we can afford to say no, really. Sometimes you just, yeah, it is true. Right, so we want telehandler tools. I think I might go the lightweight buckets. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's under this or if it's under wheel loaders, and it has got the option, I'm sure, for it to be made into a telehandler as well. There's also the JCB ones as well. They're fantastic. I really don't want to be going above a 5-ton bucket, truthfully, because that's when they really go into trouble. So that's 2,750 for that. And then there's the leveling bucket. There's a lightweight one of those as well somewhere. It might be in wheel loaders, and you can, yeah, it is. It's in wheel loaders, but you can be adapted. Yeah, so it's not to be ignored. I do love the high dump. It's a little bit pricey for us at the minute. Yeah, and these are the Volvo ones. I'm not sure if to go with a because it is wheel loaders, but I wouldn't like to risk it really. 10-ton one. 12.5. That is for the special 980 though. Yeah, these ones. Yeah, there's that one. That's a good price as well. But I don't think anything's going to beat the lightweight bucket. Where is that? I know it is. I'm sure it can be adapted as well. It's just under wheel loader tools, it says. Sure it is. I'm sure it's one of the last things in here. Yeah, I thought that was yeah, lizard loader. I don't think these have got strap support. It's a shame. It really is. Here we go. 2005 for 6-ton. It's just a 6-ton limit. It really is a little bit too big for yeah, you can only do right. So we're going to go for the telehandler one. We're going to go for the JCB. I think to go bigger than 5 tons is a mistake, because you do it. I've done it with a lightweight bucket, and it's just too heavy, really. The telehandler, I think, it's about 5. Well, we know 5-ton limit is about right. Attach it tight. Standard. Right, let's go grab that and let's just see. I think it's a bit like on Rogue River Valley. There was a substance and you literally just went through it. It was really just for people to see. It really wasn't to actually do anything. Because it could give you a massive advantage, even if it was only straw, to be honest. It could be a massive, massive advantage. If you got, mind, you've still got to work. Yeah, a bit like anything. If you've got to collect it yourself and it's going to take efforts to do, a bit like this. We weren't handed it on a plate. We were sort of, but in another way we've still got to work for it. We've got to go all over the map. It's taken me 3 sessions really now to actually get that, and it's 259. I could have done equally as well if I'd have done some grass or all the rest of it, and we could have done the bales, although we didn't have much money to buy fields, so I suppose in a way we've got to 260,000. We bought a few pieces of equipment as well, so we can now afford to buy these 2 little fields here, which is my first purchase, which we should do this very minute. Victory lap. And then we've got to scan all the fields, which I'm hoping to do this session, and lime and fertilise next session. So we're not going to go on the month, but yeah, we're going to try that. But I just think that's it. I think that is, yeah, it is. It's nothing. It really is a misnomer. The stones and that I'm thinking are real. I do, because it didn't register as a single object. So I'm trying to maximise our profit. I did say this last session. Yeah, it really is nothing. It's not a thing at all. But we did need the bucket anyway, so I'm not like worried that we bought that. It really is just for effect that it's got probably sand, although obviously it looks like wheat. I think it's probably supposed to be sand because we're next to a desert. Maybe, or maybe it is just what it is, a bit of straw on the floor or whatever. I would like in time to rip this up though, and probably only use the other way in, and yeah, to go in the top entrance only, because I think this it's too good to waste this grass either side and this in the middle. I'm just hoping that we can plough it up and we will extend our field into, yeah, we just won't come this back way. See if I think we'll probably be able to manipulate that ground. Might leave the ramp to here, or I might actually just completely shut the gates for the last time and that is it. But yes, right, so then what are we going to do now? We've done that test. Yeah, the stones and that I'm sure. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to us trying the stones. So I'm going to meet you down at that yard and we're going to just see if the stones is real. So I'm going to see you shortly. I do think if you buy the place, it's proper stones, because it sort of does, if you look closely, it moves the stone. It just, obviously you're not allowed to pick it up because it's not your land. I think it's going to be one of those. So we could sort of produce you buy the production, which I'm not sure how much that is. We'll have a look. Obviously to own the land as well is a different matter. We looked at that already. That was 150,000 somewhere around here. One of these doors, I think. Sure it is. I did find it actually before. Okay, let's not faff around. Yeah, so the lime will likewise, I would imagine, is part of this particular thing that you're allowed to obviously buy allowed to grab once you, no, it's not that, that's the dumping sign. I know I've seen it, I literally did run through it. It's there, I'm going to say, I know it was definitely around here, I saw it when I was off camera. So 135,000. Can't afford it right now. We've actually specifically spent the money that we've done. So we're going to try the lime, but I just think this likewise is not free. I think it comes with this, or actually you might need to buy yeah, I mean this. Oh, okay, no, the lime is for free, which is that's fantastic to know. I did wonder whether you were supposed to or not. So the answer to that question is you were indeed allowed to do the lime. So we can grab quite a lot of lime from here. Gonna make a not gonna sell it, just gonna keep it as an asset, because that is a really fantastic torch. Never thought actually I could have tried the same with the stones. It may be that this is a little bit cheeky, this particular mod, whereas the book it might not be able to. We could try something though. If that is the case, we let that go. and grab this and see if... Ooh, yeah. Because if this is... then the bucket will be classed as storage. Just seeing if this is a... I mean, we're not cheating. We're only using game mechanics. I've always said that. If game mechanics rule as king, I've said that quite frequently recently, quite a lot. It is true. So this is a bucket, so this is storage. So if this thing can craftily take things, it's not supposed to. But I think we're supposed to grab the lime. Ah, okay. So actually this does very naughtily lift the amount. So actually we could sort of... We're not cheating, really. No, it's maybe not what was intended, but we're not cheating or anything. That surprises me that that's not going into the bucket, because that bucket can accept stones. So... Oh, I've gone into the wrong one again. So I will allow it. We're not, yeah, it's, as I said, game mechanics rule as king. Come on. Being silly now. No, it's deliberately wandering away from it, even though it should truly go in there. Right, well, we will be, oh, actually, it's got lime in it, that's why. Okay. Oh, we don't have access to this land, it's true. Ah. Oh, well. In that case, we will come back for some stones, because I'd like to... What do we need to make lime really now? Not really, no, but it's... Yeah, we've started something now, so we'll come and grab a load of stone as well. And so we're going to make lime. Oh, no, I'm happy with that. 25 tons of lime should serve us nicely to do our fields. We will buy that little tiny fertiliser spreader, my absolute, in a pinch, favourite, which is... Yeah, there's quite a few now of different ones. This is another good one, what you do like in a pinch as well. Very small capacity, but nevertheless, it is fantastic. It's almost as cheap as my the other one, although, do you know, I really do like that one now. Do you know, I think we will. It is fantastic. I'm going to go for the orange as well, the Valtra. Because, yeah, I always associate the red ones with the cedar. Same one. So, yeah, we're going to buy this. Oh. That is a pain. Because we've not got the thing to actually do this. Oh, well, we'll have to come back for it, or I'll have to reset it off camera. Yeah, you're not silly. You all know what I'm doing and how I got my equipment here with what I've just done. So yeah, and I don't yeah, this is all about us showing things on the map, and sometimes, yeah, expediency. Right, let's lift that up and let's switch it off, so we can grab some stones, but I'm not really that worried about that, not truthfully. We'll take this back up to the top. I think this is going to be a shorter session, or we might add... No, we're going to go do the liming. Obviously, I can't reset this time. Yeah, so I'm going to meet you back up at the farm. We're going to get that little bit of liming done, and the fertilising of our fields, and the scanning. So I'm going to see you back at the farm. Right, we're going to scan our fields. So I've got the scanner ready. Fertilizer thing is back up. I've reset it up to the sharp. Let's scan this field. It's sort of a bit wasteful. I don't think if we go to the left of the field we'll quite get the right there. So this is a matter of, yeah, really trying to do our best to get what we can. Oh, be careful, these are not narrows. Yeah, but they aren't. This is true. I don't want to be damaging any more of the crop. Right, one. We go to the end of this, we should get the rest of this field in. It's a bit of a wasteful scan, I know, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't think... Afterwards, I went to try to get some of the lime with the buckets. I don't think you're supposed to get the lime off. Obviously, with having that forage thing, it is a little bit... The pickup is not technically touching the ground, so it really is Yeah, we will do it one field at a time. Or we'll do at least, yeah, we know that one's pure loam even. So it's going to be useful. Now then, I think we should get all of this if we're clever. Oh, do you know, you are lethal. Ah. Now then, we're going to have to be clever here. Because it does need to touch the soil. Obviously, really. Right, smashing. Should, I would say, be able to go quite a way in to the bottom. I was thinking we might actually use this as the repair point, if it is a repair point. I think it is. Oh, you've done it again. We're going to have to sort of go in the middle a little bit to get this one. Not sure if this is classed as a field. I don't think the field edge actually works, but it might let you have it. Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, there, I lived and learned a little there, because I didn't realise that myself. Just, yeah, unsure. Right, so one more scan, I think, should do it. And we've got our first purchase through the money that Zero Oito has given us with the tools that have been given to us, and we've still got new farmer start money really, and an awful lot of additional equipment. Ooh, perfect, fantastic! I do love it. It's got wheelways this as well, so this is our real workhorse, truthfully. 261 horsepower, one of my absolute favourite tractors, if I'm being honest. And if we get really stuck, we can go and get some of the recycling bins, but it is hard grafting, so much as it's going to take a lot to earn just a few thousand. Again, it's still an option. It's just, I'm thinking effort commensurate with what you're doing. It's one of those situations. No, we've got that one on. I do love that forage pickup. That's quite amazing. So we've sort of craftedly got some lime that, I mean, we've got a massive pile of lime here, so I'm not really worried about that. Right, so lime and fertilizer, let's not get carried away. Let's grab, I think the little blue one has already got narrows on it, if I remember rightly. We did check. So we've got another harvester, and it's not a starter. Well, it is I always class it as a starter harvester, but it's not really. So let's leave this by here, because we're not going to need it very often. And then we're going to grab the blue tractor, which is right near us, and we will eventually see. Yeah, I will grab that as well and stick the. Right, okay, so we can go at the top. Do we really? No. I think how we... Yeah, because you have to go around. It doesn't matter. This is a bit of a struggle for it, as you'd imagine, really. I think it's 125 horsepower, so it really is. I was quite surprised that he actually managed it. I think it's 90 horsepower, though, so he would manage that, but he managed it well. Now, we can drop this down a minute, because, yeah, I'm going to come back for this later. We don't need it right now, but what we do need is the fertilizer spreader. We will take this with us though, with the lime, because we're going to stick this out. Yeah, I'm going to buy one of the tubes to store it in, and we're going to dump this in, and I will I will use a forage pickup on that as well to sort that. Yes, I have started the engine of the case. But yeah, we'll be getting ahead of that. I'm not sure whether we'll sell the first one, being as it's a bit of or keep it as an addition. But it is a 4-meter thing that can handle. It can handle 13.7, but it doesn't. Its auger's not. The pipe's not that long, so it's one of those. Now then, which way? Now you have to go down here, the road, and then take a left, and that's always on the right. Not the right, you can see just round the corner, I mean. It was on the left. I think we're on the left, actually. This is where I had my spillage with the metal at the first session we were lugging it around. I thought that was a great start. But yeah, you live and learn. It teaches you how to do things. So then we need to grab one of the little tubes. We're not going to get in the way of the... Yeah, I'm going to switch the production. To be honest, the perfect place is probably where the bread all is. We could put a couple of tubules. Let's drop that down there. And drop that there. And we're going to grab the bread all out of the way. Gonna put a couple of yeah, I will put a toolbox in, probably just right near where the gate is now, or maybe just on the outside of our property. Just no, not on the outside. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of that. Yeah, we'll also get this expanded as well for proper use, the bigger size and everything, and the proper 6-meter unit on the back. Right, let's build those tubules. Containers, even. Tubules. Well, right, so it is. It's the Karma by Zod. Yeah, the by Zod. Okay, I love these. So, Karma liquids and feed, and this is the one we want, the standard Karma. I am going to switch I always do this, always forget to switch the interactive zone markers off, or leave them off, should I say. Yeah, I do switch them off, but yeah, I know what I mean. Right, so container, we want this first one, and yeah, there it is. Yeah, I can't ever see the identifier to see where it is on this. Right, so that's the fence. I think you can put more, yeah, different product. I think you can as well. Would do the liquid one as well. Do we? No, I'll tell you why. Yeah, I'm going to use the liquid one from Omatana because it looks different. Really? Composter. It is here somewhere. Liquid storage. 5,000. Are we going to be doing... Yeah, I don't think we will, actually. I think we're going to put the production shed down. That's going to be our first production. That's to be self-sufficient. Obviously, we've got some lime already, which is fantastic. I'm trying to think the best place to fit it. I think it'll be over by that tree, where it's not really in the way. We're going to, obviously, in time, we might go into grass, because I'm trying to pull out all the stops to earn as much money as possible. So that might be an option. Going to sell fertilizer straight away, but we're probably going to make... But yeah, we need some straw, so we need to be planting things that produce straw. Now, I think we've gone past it, so I'm not concentrating properly. It's way before this little lot. Ah, there we go. Production shed. Ah, it's too close to the tree. Okay, well, that's going to have to... It's going to be tough. V-mode it is, then. It's got to... It must be the tree and the bits and bobs. No, it's still not liking that. Okay, that'll do. Fantastic. Right, so then... Yeah, let's switch them off again now. We don't need them. So that's our first production. We'll be making our own fertilizer, herbicide. I don't think I've got the mod in that I was talking about. Now this has got narrow, as I seem to recall. We could bucket some in. Now this is super duper. It is amazing. And I'm going to buy the 8,000 front box, but this is quite super in itself. Even though it's a small capacity, it's a bit special. Let's grab some off the ground. And this should be able to cope with a full bucket because it's got the really big weight, which I very rarely have. Right, let's try that. Stick that in, and then we're going to literally just burst through our 3 fields and lime and fertilizer. I must say this is I wouldn't normally do this. This is going against my own rules, but I am going to allow for the fact of why we sort of ignored the normal things and why I sort of rushed through. The only reason I rushed through March, if I'm honest, was because of the gates. I wanted to show that fact, so really I was highlighting things on the map, and for that I don't think I should be penalised really. Yeah, I agree with you actually. Let's pull that back a little bit and stick that, I think, in the shed for now. Yeah, I'm unsure about the... it's not worth a lot. It was pretty damaged, so I don't know whether to just keep it as a secondary harvester. It isn't... It's, yeah, not a bad thing, really. Right, anyway. Do I time lapse it? No, these fields are all tiny, really. Yeah, the value of the... sure this is narrow, but be very careful. Yeah, we are narrow. Definitely narrow. Fantastic. Yeah, they're not very large fields, and the value is it is quite high, really. But then it's, well, I don't know. Sometimes you get used to what you get used to. I don't really know that it is that bad. Would possibly be normal prices, but yeah, I do want to make this into a big field though, and literally rip that middle section out. It'd be surprising how much that does get extra, really. Yeah, can you see how quickly, slowly this is going down? This is just not like a normal limer. It is super duper. Yes, I should remember this. This has really opened my eyes to how special this is. That I'd never used it before. As I'd always used the cedar one of this in this set quite a lot as a caster, but not used this for liming and fertilizer, and it is a little bit special. Yeah. Oh, I did the damage. I remember that. Yeah, so we're still not yet to find a collectible, but they did say they were difficult to find. Now we know there's one over where I was digging on that first session, because you can hear the noise. It said there was a noise. It's almost like a detector, but it said you've got to dig for it. So I presume the only way I know to dig is to do what we did do, but perhaps we didn't go deep enough. So yeah, it's one of those things that I think we need to dig deeply, as the saying goes. So we will have another go at that at some point, but obviously it's going to cost us to dig in the first place. And I'm always a bit loath, because you usually damage things when you do that, but obviously this is supposed to dig for it. So it's the only noise I've heard though on the map, apart from the noises which you're supposed to hear of like bands and all sorts of things. Zero Oito has been very busy with his sound effects on the map, and I like it a lot. I do love that kind of feature. It just makes it more immersive and real. Wow, I can't believe how I'm going to use 300 litres for all of this on a first time to go from yellow to green. This is special. Right, so we need some fertiliser as well, which we haven't got. We'll buy one of the Lorts back, and we'll get that done. I want to get everything, this little bit done, the farming, so that we can then, yeah, I mean, I also want to beat the rain, hopefully. Right, fantastic, and we don't need to worry about driving across the field because we've got arrows, so we can, put across a little bit. Let's just check the pH, because it might already be done, you don't know. I doubt it though, because there was no, I think that's one thing about precision farming, if it was a thing, yeah, they're all awful. 0, absolutely red as horribleness as, yeah. So we'll go grab some fertilizer. Yeah, I might look at doing the liquid fertilizer as well. I think it's 175,000, so that'll be a little bit in, definitely, but we shall see, because that's, again, I've never done it, but it's a good money spinner, he says. I mean, herbicide isn't a bad one, actually. With this being a no-holds-barred thing, I don't like doing the herbicide, because it's not something you can't make salt, and it really is just literally me buying stuff, but we've got to make millions on this Let's Play, so I may for once actually allow that. Oh, hate it. It's really ridiculous the way it says that when there's loads of space. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Right, so then, fertilizer. Let's just go and push this. Towards the post a little out of the way. We're going to buy a... Yeah, no, it's across the road. It really is. There's just no need for us not to... and it is under pallets. I love this pack. It is amazing. Especially, yeah, because we sell our own fertilizer normally, which you would do because you can sell it and make more, and then buy this very reasonably priced fertilizer from the Lords. So why would you not? And that is the nature of business, to sell, to buy cheaply and to sell dearly is literally the thing of dreams. An entrepreneur. So yeah, I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong, even though I know some people get a bit bent out of shape about that type of thing, but that is the way of the world, really, that you buy as cheaply as possible and sell for as much as possible. Now I think we'll take the forage pickup with us this time. Why you would, wouldn't you? Let's fold that pipe away. Yeah, so I don't think we're supposed to grab the lime or the stones. Obviously this is a bit cheeky. This is I was there, I was going to say, I'm sure I've just bought some. Quickly get this done, and then that is the end of the session. I think a very well done one. So we're right down to new farmer stock, but when you look at all the equipment we bought, 2 trailers, another harvester, the forage wagon, I mean that was out of the first set of money, but the lorry, all of these things are things that are going to help us through the Let's Play, and we've still got 100,000 as well as 2 fields. Let's not forget the 2 fields, because that really is, yeah, the biggest thing that we did gain from this little escapade. So this has got a wider spread, but I don't think it's still big enough to actually do all of it in one. No, it definitely isn't. This is a 36 metre spread, I think it's 36 for both actually, so it's pretty equal, and yeah, I think that's why, because obviously I got the 42 metres that is the best, and you sort of sometimes get spoiled by that. Although on certain Let's Plays I would yeah, I've even used the 18 metre sort of spreads of the little white one, which is the one I was going to go for, which is what it's called, but I've used it on a few Let's Plays, the white one, plastic looking one. I can't remember what it's called. It's typical. Right, there's a little splash that I've missed over here. Don't know how I missed it, but I did. And we'll grab the other 2 fields, and then that is a wrap for this particular session. There we go. Yes, I thought we'd best get a bit of farming done, really. I know it's not, I mean, this, as I said, this is quite a unique map. It's not all about farming, but it is farming simulator, and I do, to be honest, I do love that aspect of it. We're going to pull everything, farming. So the only thing I'm a little bit loath to do is for the animals. Animals are fantastic, but we'd have to sell them if we bought them once we were doing the oil, because you're going to have to cycle through the months, really, to make you be able to see what's happening with the oil business. So that's not going to be conducive if you've got animals. So I'm just thinking, to bring the most out on the map, then we're really going to have to try not to buy animals, because although they are fantastic for a lot of things, including manure for our business, they are fantastic, unless we do just sell them later on. I suppose it goes against the grain a bit as a farmer, but I suppose we could do. We're also going to have to do well to buy additional land, because the land isn't cheap. I'm not sure whether we go grass. We've got no grass equipment, so it's all not that grass equipment's that expensive. Although you say that, I mean, it's, if you were going to go round bales, it's 50 grand for the Anderson, If we're going to go Heston, it's about 90,000 for the Heston baler. We could use something like the Omatana to convert it to silage, and then we either buy the BGA or we make our own. It's 300,000 to get that all done. Yeah, that with the BGA and all the bits and bobs we need to achieve that. That is quite a lot of cash. I thought we said we were going to not put the toolbox down. We're going to literally, I think it's here. I'm sure this. Let's switch the zone markers on, because I'm not sure it is. I think it's just doing what it would do in real life. Oh, actually you're wrong. No, I am right. It's a dumping thing, it's a sell point. Right, okay. In that case. Selling fuel, perhaps. Yeah, thinking about it. So we will be buying a toolbox because it's not what you think it is. And that is where we're going to leave it. So we have completely done our fields. We've scanned the 3. We have nitrogen them. They were a horrible orange. Now they're a lovely. We have got our new harvester. I say I'm not sure whether we're selling. Let's have a look at the value of our harvester. It wasn't good anyway. It really is sort of quite. No. We want to be looking in this one. So harvesters, 43,000 it's worth. We could buy a header for ours with that, is what I'm thinking. But hasn't that got? I think I took it out, didn't I? I did. We could sell that. We could roll it over to the. Do you know? I think we will. Yeah, we've taken the grain out of it. We're going to be making some seeds with the wheat that we've got. I think we are. Being as we've got that, such a fantastic thing, I think we're going to maximise, because we need a header. This could provide the money for the header. Not going to buy one straight away in case we get one in the sales, but we're going to take this little lot and we're going to cash it in while it's got value. And yeah, I know I said I was going, but this is the last thing, honest. Yeah. Just while I remember, I know what I'm like. I'm a terror for forgetting things. It's not for no other reason. With all of this little lot, this could provide the money for the header without it impacting the farm, and we've then got a harvester that's much bigger than you would normally be able to buy. But yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful harvester, but why would you go for a 4-metre header when you can go for a 12 or a 13.7? And I like to stick to a 12 with this though, because although if one came up in the sales it was 13.7, well, I think I'll probably take it. Right, so we need to be going inside. This is quite difficult to get into for these. That's the one thing I am going to say. For bigger equipment like trailers and stuff like that, to adapt them, and yeah, it is a little bit tricky, especially for things like this. That just tinged, so I think we've got away with that. A bit of a generous. So why is that not showing the actual header? Okay, right, but once we're going to switch super strength on. Just because it is the end of the session and I really don't want to be... we all know I could do it. I could easily go and grab the telehandler thing. It's just, yeah, I don't want it to take forever. So 17,000, yes. So that's 68 grand that we gained through that-ish. So that should, even if we did buy one brand new, we could actually buy a brand new header for that 12 metre, I think, about. But I'm not going to rush. Oh, so the phone's ringing. Oh, amazing. How amazing is that? So 12-meter case would be what? Would be 70,500, almost exactly what we actually did. So yeah, if we don't get header to pop up by, just remind me of when it is. I think it is Oates is July, one of the very first. Barley's the very first, but then yeah, July. So we've not got long to get through to that. We've done all of the field prep that we need to do, so we may well be, I'm not going to say anything. We've got 168 grand. We're using our investments for everything to try to, as I say, pull out all stops. I'm going to try and think what we need to do to make some cash. Yeah, and no Oswald on this. Yeah, even if it does mean selling herbicide, I don't mind doing that if I really, for once, because of the millions we need to earn. I wouldn't normally allow it, but this is a no holds barred, pull out all the stops type of map because we need to earn a lot of money. So I don't mind doing that for once. But for now, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this fantastic map, which is a very unique thing. Normal Let's Plays will resume. I'm just going to do it like I always do. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do a few episodes on this, and then I'm going back to everything as normal. Court Farms, I'm hoping to get at the weekend the storyline finish. I've got quite a bit of the footage and the storyline and the talking and everything all recorded. I just need to put it all together, and that's going to take a while. Storylines are not easy to do, or not the way that I've done it anyway. But yeah, I'm going to say goodbye for now.